It's time.
It's time.
And now, it's time for Herman and Sharron.
I love you. Thank you for joining us. This is a wonderful day. My wife is not here. That's not because it's a wonderful day. But I have a guy that I'm going to be interviewing, and we were just talking moments ago. I am so blessed in so many ways that someday maybe I'll just sit down along with Sharron. She's in Gatlinburg, Tennessee yet, and just tell you how the Lord has blessed me, the family, and the things that He's done in our life, and the people that we've met. Bob DeAndre, the founder of this network, he and I were just talking yesterday, and we were just in awe of over these 30 years of the people that we've talked to, interviewed, and been with. And you just have to pinch yourself sometime and say, did that really happen? And today would be one of those days. But I want you to take a look at this, because my wife has called me for years what is known as a car nut. That means I probably haven't seen many cars that I wouldn't like to have. And back when we were first married, 1959, we just celebrated our 50th last year. And in 1959, I was buying cars, and I was poor, broke. And I think to myself, how many cars I had, where did I get the money? But somehow I got the money because I loved automobiles. The guy I'm about to talk to wrote this book right here. And this is absolutely, you've got to have this book. Not only do you need the book, but there's a companion workbook with it that you can actually use in Bible studies. Just an amazing story right here. But this guy is, if I'm a car nut, he's about 50 levels above that. And he's been able to fulfill every dream I would imagine he's ever had. Take a look at this if you want to see some perfection.
Hi, I'm Mitch. Welcome to Auburn, Indiana, home of the classics. Here we are in the Auburn Cord Duesenberg Museum that features the restored showroom of the Auburn Automobile Company, where the original Auburn's, Cords, and Duesenbergs that reflected the designs of their designers were sold new. You know, just about every car in here is restored back to authenticity, reflecting the original design of its designer. You know, it can be argued that the dominant theme in the Bible is restoration. God designed us, and He has a design that He wants reflected in each one of us. And each one of us chooses life apart from God, and we become damaged and worn and faded. And we need to be made new, to be restored and put into use for the design that God had in mind. It was true for me. I grew up with a faith in the restorer. And after about a decade in the marketplace, I got a little worn, a little dinged, a little rusted, a little faded. And it was on July 1st, 1992, beside my bed, that I said to God, I can't, you can. I needed to be restored.
Now, I might add, you can have that entire DVD. We're going to have the website up. You have to see this. It's a companion to the book. It's a companion to the workbook. I mean, this is the best done. The guy is a perfectionist, not only in detailing cars, but even in this kind of thing. And if you have not heard the name Cruz, then you don't know cars. But let me just share. Mitch Cruz was for 17 years the owner, CEO, and auctioneer of Cruz International, the world's largest collector car sales organization. He led Cruz International to producing 50 annual events that reached millions of automotive enthusiasts, offering more than 15,000 collectible vehicles at public auction each year. Mitch is an Indiana University graduate in business administration. He also earned his master's of Arts and Doctor of Religious Studies from Trinity Theological Seminary. Today, Mitch writes and speaks on wisdom and leadership. What a privilege to have you.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
First time this book come across my desk, I'm looking through it, and I went to Linda Opsel, who's the one that calls all of our guests, and I said, we have got to have this guy. I mean, because automobiles, and something that, I know you're a Duesenberg fan, right?
Mm-hmm. I love them.
Well, you probably don't realize it, but I own a 1935 Duesenberg.
Are you serious?
Yes.
A 35 Duesenberg?
Yes. Linda?
Clark Gable's 35 SSJ.
Can you show this, Dave? You ought to have seen his face when I said that. There it is right there. Let me show you the engine in my car, right there. Look at the screen.
That's terrific.
Isn't that good?
That is terrific.
And by the way, it has leather interior. This is a Danbury.
Yes, it is.
But I mean, and of course I've got these all over the house, collectible cars. And my wife finally one time, she said, honey, please, no more. There is no place to put them. And that's the truth. In fact, I've got some still in boxes.
I understand.
But if I could, I don't know, Dave, did you get a shot of his face when I was telling him that?
Oh, to show it to me?
Oh my goodness! And so you bought it, didn't you? You
did.
thought this guy's got one of those.
I did. You look like a Duesenberg owner. He drives a Duesenberg.
Yes. Now tell me, I mean, in fact, Dave, I got one more surprise for him. So we'll get all the surprises out of the way, and then we'll get into some serious stuff here. Can you name this car that's going to be on the screen?
The new Bugatti?
Isn't that amazing?
It is an amazing vehicle.
Have you sat in one?
No, I got really close to one. Actually, there's one in Indiana. A man bought it new, and they're an unbelievable machine. They're a work of art.
Listen
to that.
We just started it. Yeah.
Listen to that.
Isn't that amazing?
That's why Enzo...
1,000 horsepower engine.
1,000 horsepower. That's just incredible.
And now tell me about Bugatti, because I mean you know history of all. Reading your book just blew me away.
Well, Ettore Bugatti was a unique individual, and he was criticized in the late 20s for building small automobiles. And he said, you know what? I will build the biggest, best, most powerful automobile ever produced, and I'm going to make 7 unique examples of it. And he did. They were called the Bugatti Royales, and they came out in 1931. One was destroyed in a fire, and in post-World War II Europe, about a decade into it, 2 had been missing, and they were Ettore Bugatti's 2 personal vehicles. Now these were huge and beautiful works of art, and had locomotive engines.
Now you say it only as a car guy, and I would say it because to me automobiles are a work of art.
Oh, they are.
Yeah.
They're rolling sculptures.
That's exactly right.
So when I see this Duesenberg, it's interesting. It's what makes me think about it. There are only 2 of these, and Clark Gable had, the real one, and Gary Cooper had the other.
Wow. And
Gary Cooper's was in a collection of this man, and I'm going to tell you about. We were walking through his museum, and he shared this story with me. Briggs Cunningham was an automotive racer and automobile designer, and about a decade into post-World War II Europe, he had a hunch of where those 2 Bugattis might be. And so he went through a gate, down a road, and arrived at a destination at this estate where he thought that this facade of a wall, it just looked out of place. And he took a sledgehammer to it, and he shone a light in there.
They let him do this?
Yeah. And he found the 2 lost Bugatti Royales. They had been hidden
behind the
World
wall.
War II, behind the wall. Behind the wall. And for $50,000 and 2 refrigerators, which were in high demand after World War II, he bought those 2 vehicles, and today they're worth millions of dollars each.